Hey friends, and welcome back. My name is Eric and I am the owner of a company called Escape. And maybe you've just stumbled across our website or you've stumbled across our YouTube channel and you're wondering what is Escape and what makes it so unique. And hopefully in this video we get to share some of that information with you, as well as some brands that I personally think are great examples of what it is that I like about curating these collections and how they reflect the collections that we have available. And I've made some notes, so I'm going to try my very gosh darn hardest to stay on track today. So first and foremost, Escape is a collection of brands that have unique stories, that have unique products, that are focused to artisans, that are focused to quality, to sustainability. And all of those factors are incredibly important when we're thinking of what is a brand that we're going to have on Escape. I used to be, I've been in the cruise retail industry for almost 20 years, 18 years now. And I've traveled and I've learned a lot, and I've made some incredible connections with some fabulous artisans, some fabulous jewelry designers, and just people that trade in different parts of different industries. And I kind of wanted to make a collection that really brought everything together. And for me, that's what Escape is. Escape is this brand or this opportunity where you're able to find something and escape from the run-of-the-mill products and really focus on having something that is unique and something that's perhaps a little bit different. So for example, one of the first things that we want to consider when we're looking at these brands is is it going to be, what category is it going to fall into? At Escape, we have different categories. We have our gemstones and jewelry category. We have our luxurious treats, our home decor. We have plants and plant life and plant living. And we have beauty and spa. We have travel. We have art. And all of these brands that we feature are brands that have unique stories, as I mentioned, and we chose them on purpose. And a lot of that is based on, the quality of their product and the offerings, to make sure that they're offering something that's unique, and so that when you go through our website, you're able to find something that's a little bit different, right? So each brand selected for its unique story, exceptional craftsmanship, and of course their ability to elevate everyday moments and make every moment into an escape of sorts. Now, we are based in California, which is great. I was born in California. I was raised between Canada and Guatemala. And because of that, I'm very, very aware of my heritage, and I'm in love with the beautiful artisanal designs and the history and the allure of these beautiful crafts, and we try to incorporate those into our collections in modern ways. So I currently am living in Palm Springs. I basically grew up in Canada, so again, I have a very blessed heritage in terms of the amount of awareness I have when it comes to different artisanal designs and different cultures and what that represents and how brands have been shifted and created. So one of the first brands that I fell in love with was to no surprise, a chocolate brand, and their name is Raaka Chocolate. And Raaka in Finnish means raw, and it's a perfect name for this brand because this brand specializes in unroasted cacao beans, and they make these incredible chocolate bars right here in the United States, but they bring raw cacao beans from everywhere, from the Dominican Republic all the way through to Tanzania, Guatemala. And by doing that, it really taps into the flavor of the gemstones, of the cacao beans, which are gemstones of the cacao tree. And it really brings some bold, bright flavors in there that usually you would lose once the stone what is wrong with me? I've been talking about gemstones all day. That's why. Once the cacao bean is roasted, you lose a little bit of that brightness. So having that opportunity to incorporate those layers into the chocolate bar is amazing. Raaka is on our website. We have a great selection. Their commitment to unroasted cacao is amazing. I honestly think that they're revolutionizing the whole chocolate game. This isn't something that's, has tons of sugar. In fact, they have some amazing sugar-free options. They have like their banana foster is one of their most famous ones. If you're thinking about getting a special treat to a chocolate lover, honestly, we have, they offer this 12 pack of the 12 top sellers, and I'll see if I can link the product onto this channel. I'm not quite sure yet if I'm able to do that because we're just starting out, so I don't know if I have enough subscribers yet to unlock that feature, which, of course, help me get there by subscribing. But Raaka Chocolate has some incredible options, and the 12 best sellers, honestly, chef's kiss. It really gives you an incredible introduction to what they offer. And again, like I mentioned, really when it comes to their sourcing of the cacao bean, I think it's great that they go above and beyond because they're really working directly with the farms. And by working directly with the farms, then they end up ensuring that the money goes to the farmers, and they're working on making sure that they, pay living wages and help support the local communities. So it's a great option. And as I mentioned, we have them on our website. You can Google, you can just search them into a bar, or if you go into all collections, Raaka Chocolate comes up there. Another one that we have for our treats, another brand that I was like, as soon as I started Escape and I started curating, I knew I wanted to have a partnership with, is the Caviar Company. When it comes to caviar, this company has revolutionized the whole industry. They have made sustainable caviar a luxury that has been reserved for a very few, available and accessible to everyone. And whether you're looking for just a little jar to try it out perhaps for the very first time, or you're looking for a massive tin and for a party, the truth is they have all of it available. But what separates them is that they're really dedicated to, one, ethically and responsibly sourcing it, so they can make sure that there's going to be enough, the sturgeon population is going to continue. So they're very careful with the fisheries that they partner with and where they get their product. But I also love the amount of product knowledge that goes around this this brand and what they like to share. And I like to share a lot of that on our website. But you can go on curateyourescape.com, which is our website, and look at the Caviar Co. I'd say if this is your first time considering caviar and you're not quite sure if you're gonna like it, or you want to do something fun for you and maybe a +1, try their Flight. It's a cooler that comes in with everything you need. So it's got the blinis or chips, the little bit of creme fraiche, the caviar, and all you're going to do is just open up the package and have a little picnic or a cute little experience to elevate your date night, perhaps. That's a great one. So the Flight kit has 3, and I suggest if it's your first time trying it, go with that one because that gives you the opportunity to try 3 very different types of caviar or roe. Now, something for you to know is that all caviar is roe, but not all roe is caviar. And the reason for that is because in order for it to be caviar, it must be from one of the sturgeons. So they have really made caviar affordable to the masses, and I mean, it is absolutely delicious. So they're based out of San Francisco, so I can ship anywhere across continental USA. I have a lot of the product on my website, so take a look at that. And I honestly think that the Caviar Co. is a great partner for us because they are offering something that's unique. And it gives you the opportunity to transform any boring, not boring date, but any traditional date into a memento, a little special moment, into an escape from every day, right? So those are the two brands that I like in terms of treats. Now, switching over to jewelry, that's really where I come into my own. I have worked in the cruise duty-free industry for 18 years, almost 20 years. I have been everything from a salesperson to a brand rep to a district manager. I worked my way up to being the vice president of a jewelry company that specializes in exotic and rare and phenomenal gemstones, very rare products, and I have absolutely loved every day of it. So jewelry and me have a very unique bond. I absolutely love it. I cannot think of anything else I would do apart from working with jewelry in the world. It just makes me so happy. And naturally, that means that when I was selecting brands of jewelry to put on to Escape, we needed to be they needed to be special. They needed to offer something that's unique. I love real gemstones. I love natural gemstones. I love the uniqueness of that every single stone has its own feathering, its own characteristics, its own patterns, and that's what makes the stone so unique. So when I was choosing brands, and I have, I'm gonna say I have about a dozen, if not more, brands on Escape. I've chosen brands that offer something unique. The first one I want to tell you about is our Jadescape collection. My family is from Guatemala, and jade is a gemstone that is mined in Guatemala. In fact, Guatemala is one of the few places in the world that offer fabulous quality of jadeite. It's just isn't as common. It's not as well known. But in the last 5 years, it's really started picking up momentum. So I'm very excited to be part of the industry at this time because I think that it's the time that we're going to start showing some of this beautiful jade out into the industry. But that one, I'm going to make a video specifically about that collection coming up. So that one, wait and stay tuned for a video on our jade collection. One of the collections that I joined is Barse Jewelry. And this is a collection that was started in 1986 by a family of gemstone lovers. Now, they travel the world when it comes to looking for their gemstones. So whether it's the American Southwest for their turquoise, or whether they're going to Tanzania for their tanzanite, or they're going to the Baltic for their amber, all of these gemstones have been sourced directly by the family, as close to the source as possible to help find those unique offerings that you usually wouldn't find. So I personally think that this is a great collection of gemstones, period. But then you add their design to it, and I love it because they're very gemstone heavy. Again, what I love about jewelry are the gemstones. So for me, to have jewelry that has been created around the gemstone is so incredibly important, and I think it's so beautiful. One of the things that I want to highlight, for example, is that we have a lot of their turquoise on our website. Why? Because they offer such incredible turquoise. And even if they have the same, let's call it the same setting, or the same mold, the truth is every single piece is going to be different because every piece of turquoise is going to have a different pattern. It's going to have different shades. It's going to have different colors. And every mine, every quarry where you can get your turquoise is also going to have different types of turquoise. So they really do a fabulous work. And I think together with their Southwestern heritage, so they have that cowboy-ish look to the jewelry, I absolutely love, and I think that it's a great option. The next brand that I put on Escape is a brand that I started because not sorry, it's not a brand that I started. It's a brand that I started looking for because it's a problem that I started seeing happen more and more and more. And a lot of my clients were telling me that their family members, maybe their granddaughters or their daughters, were having a hard time wearing jewelry because they have metal sensitivities. And that is something that is happening more and more and more often. So to be able to counteract that, I started doing some research and I found a brand called Tini Lux. And Tini Lux is a brand that was created by Holly Thagard, and she is the founder of Supergoop sunscreen. And her daughter has a lot of sensitive skin and she was having a hard time wearing jewelry. So she came up with a collection that was stylish, beautiful, modern, but is made with surgical, like medical grade titanium, which means that it is the same, nickel-free, lead-free, cadmium-free, used in surgical implants. So you're very likely to not have a problem wearing this collection. The earrings are like the earrings that I have on Escape are some of their top sellers, because that's usually where people have the biggest reactions. Like most of them will have reactions on their ears from wearing either silver or gold or titanium or platinum, sorry. So this is a great option for you. This medical grade titanium is fabulous for you to be able to wear, especially when it's no longer boring jewelry, but there's a design element done to it. So that is a great brand for you if you're looking for gifts. Tini Lux, you can again find it under our all collections, or you can just search it in our channel. Sorry, in our website. Apart from jewelry, I also have home decor. That is a big passion of mine. As I was traveling through Athens or through Greece, the Mediterranean, I would travel through Alaska or even through Central America. I always loved the textiles. I loved the colors. I loved the patterns. I love the heritage that comes into a lot of these pieces. And I wanted to be able to incorporate them into my home. And when I started Escape, I figured this was a great opportunity to partner up with brands that did that, but made it available to our domestic market. And the first brand that I joined I had joined Escape is Seek and Swoon. Now, this is a brand that brings artisan textile traditions into modern home living. They have fabulous blankets available. The blankets are made in different countries, all the way from Mexico all the way through South America. And what makes it unique is that they also use natural fibers like alpaca or wool, and they do very responsible dyeing techniques to make sure that they have as minimal impact into the areas that they're working in as possible. So, they have women-led cooperatives in Mexico. They have some in Peru and Ecuador. So again, this Seek and Swoon is a great brand. I'm going to be doing a little bit of, I think I'm doing a video on some of these textile heavy brands in the near future. And I want to really dive into the particular textiles, the colors, and what makes all of these unique brands so special. They have, throws are really their big thing. My partner is making me giggle off screen. They have a lot of blankets, like I mentioned. That's really their forte. And it's great for you to look for these and treat them like something special. They're not just a throw that you're gonna have in your living room. This is something that you're going to cherish forever and you're going to be able to pass down. So fabulous products there from Seek and Swoon. One brand that works with that has the textiles made in Guatemala, and therefore it's quite special to me because that's where my family's from, is FlyLike. And this is a brand that was started by a photographer for photographers, because what they originally started, one second, what is this? Wonderful. One of these beautiful things about this collection is that it was started by a person that is a photographer, and she wanted something beautiful to put on her camera as opposed to utilitarian, boring straps. So what she did is she combined two things. She combined the textiles, the bold colors, the beautiful work done by Guatemalan women, and then she sends that over to Argentina, which is where she's from, and they put it on top quality Argentine leather. And together they're fused to make these beautiful one-of-a-kind camera straps. But they've also started doing like over-the-shoulder bags with these beautiful engraved straps. They also have some vests. They have some normal belts. So they've really branched out from ever since they started. Pardon me, but they are absolutely incredible. And if you look on our website, look for the collection called FlyLike Store, and you'll be able to see some of these incredible pieces. What I like is that every different strap is made in small batches, and they're all named after a different destination. So it really feels like they're bringing the world together. And I think that they are definitely a must-have if you enjoy just bold colors, gorgeous textiles. I don't know. I love them. I love them. I love them. Some of you may know, but most of you won't, that I absolutely love plants. When we lived in Canada, I had a massive garden, and I am an aggressive gardener, as they say. I will rip plants out if they're not making me happy and put in something new that will. The heart is fickle, they say. And in fact, on my car, my license plate was Plant Dad, because I genuinely love plants. I love working in the garden, getting my hands dirty. It's such a soothing thing. Such a soothing thing for me. So when I started Escape, I naturally wanted to incorporate a little bit of that into our collection. And I added a few brands, but one brand that I want to highlight is the Plant Farm. And you'll see them on our website. And they really focus, they were started by fellow plant enthusiasts, and they were, their whole mission was to bring unique, rare plants and make them available. Because there's a lot of people that were just charging astronomical prices for no reason. So I think that this is a fabulous partner for us. You can go on our website, take a look at the different plants. Something that I absolutely love, as I jump off screen, is this beautiful type of planter. It's a kokedame. I probably said that wrong. And basically what it is there's a substrate in there, moss, and then it's wrapped up in this plant wire, and the plant grows out of it. And this you can put into a hanging basket, or you can just put it like this, as I do on a counter. And it has everything inside. The roots, everything is inside. All right, you don't need a container for this. This is what it looks like. And these are available on online as well, and they are absolutely amazing. I love it because it's just green, 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 and green makes me happy. I don't know if I've told you guys this, but I love plants so much that I started working at the botanical garden, and I ended up being the director of sales for the largest botanical garden in Canada. And I learned so much while I was there. So when you look on my website and you look at the plant selections that we have, you'll understand why, because I have an appreciation for these very unique gemstones. Also, there are plants that I see that I buy here at a premium, but in Guatemala, grow on the side of the road, but they remind me of Guatemala. So that's another reason why we might have them on our website, so you can go ahead and take a look at that. All of this to say that with Escape, my purpose is to curate collections that have meaning, that have a story, that are committed to the same principles that we have of authenticity, sustainability, high quality. And by doing that, I hope to be able to help you curate your escape and find unique products that are going to help you just take an ordinary moment and just level it up and make it just that much more special. My name is Eric. I am the owner of Escape. You can visit our website, curateyourescape.com. And while you're there, take a look at the different collections. I have some featured collections. I have a little bit of everything, and all of the items on there have been vetted by me. And they're something that I absolutely love, and I'm very proud to stand by. So thanks for watching. I will see you at the next show.